YouTube and Snapchat and Rumble and fuck, shake your tits and swing your dicks. You made it to another Friday. Pat yourselves on the back. You know what that means. You landed on another action-packed, fun-filled, information-loaded episode of your favorite internet sensation with Libation. That's right, the Friday wrap-up. And before we get today's show kicked off, I want to tip my hat to today's Libation. It's hot. It's Friday. It's happy hour. I figured, why not go with one of my absolute favorite mixed cocktails, the classic Margarita. Now, I know what you're thinking. It's not great. Oh my God, it's not frozen. That's because your fucking Margarita ain't supposed to be. Now, I've made these before on the show. You've seen them. Okay? Typically, the way I make a Margarita is the classic way. I don't understand why people fuck with this and make this overly complicated. We don't need to use sour mix or any of that shit. It's like liquid diabetes. It gives you agita. Margarita is actually a fairly simple cocktail. 2 shots of your favorite tequila, a shot of Cointreau or Grand Marnier. I use about an ounce of lime juice and about maybe like a half ounce of simple syrup. You give that a nice shake in a cocktail mixer and you pour it over the rocks in a glass. Now, if you wanna, blend this up with ice, go ahead. I mean, I personally don't really like frozen margaritas unless they're flavored. And even that, if I'm going to do a flavored frozen cocktail, more than likely it'll be like a daiquiri or a pina colada. But that's like a one and done type of thing. Otherwise, I don't like them with salt. I like them just like this. Azalu, to drink up and be somebody. A lot of times people make the mistake of thinking that you got to put orange juice in a margarita. And I've seen this. I don't understand what kind of bartender would do this. I have a good friend of mine who's a bartender, and I watched her do this one day, and I almost jumped over the fucking bar. I'm like, what are you doing? She's like, oh, I like it. It livens. I says, no, stop it. That's not a margarita. You can call that like a Mexican screwdriver or something, but that ain't a margarita. Orange juice does not belong in a fucking margarita. There, got off my soapbox. All right, kids. Big week. Huh? It's been another delightful week. This one upstairs is driving me fucking crazy. I swear to God, I'm this close. Okay, anyway, I took a mental health day. Last Sunday, I went to the beach. God, and I needed it because it's just been non-stop fucking bullshit all summer long. Anyway, it was hot. You're at the beach. It's nice. You're drinking a little bit. But I was getting fucking hot. And I'm like, you know what? Maybe I'll go take a dip in the ocean. I know what you're thinking. You probably say, well, wait a minute. But you keep saying there's sharks. I know. It's against my better judgment. But see, here's how I figured this. One, I can't swim. So I don't go, that's because, I'm a shitty kid. Anyone offered you fucking swimming lessons back then, it came with concrete flippers. So I don't swim, okay? When I go into the ocean, I only go maybe chest deep so that I can cool off, and then I get out. I'm not sitting there doing the fucking backstroke and all that other shit. So I figured, you know what, if I go in up to my waist, I should be all right, because that's pretty shallow, I'll see a dorsal fin or anything, So I figure I should be okay that way. So I start wading into the water. I get almost up to my hips, and all of a sudden the fucking lifeguard blows a whistle. All I thought was shark. I became athletic. I jumped over this little Puerto Rican guy behind me. I don't know how the fuck I didn't shit my bathing suit. Okay, I heard him blow the whistle. All I thought was shark. And I wasn't the only one, because people just started screaming and running out of the fucking water. I don't know what he was blowing the whistle at. There wasn't a shark. But subsequently that same weekend, some kid in Kismet Beach who was surfing. Kismet Beach, for those that that don't know the island, that's the straight side of Fire Island. Some 16-year-old got bitten by a shark over there on Sunday. So, yeah, there wasn't anywhere I was, but that was, like I said, I don't know how the hell I didn't fucking, shit myself. Well, I got some bad news. We lost another mob movie icon this week, Paul Sorvino. Who died this week, actually, was it Wednesday? Tuesday or Wednesday? He died, he was 83 years old. He played Paulie Cicero in Goodfellas. He was a well-known actor. You've seen him around. For God's sake, he showed us all how to cut garlic, with the razor blade nice. It liquefies in a pan with a little olive oil. Like I said, this Everybody knows who this guy is. You've seen him in something, even if you haven't seen him in fucking Goodfellas, which if you haven't seen Goodfellas, really, you're not fucking living your life right. Do me a favor, just kill yourself. Okay? His daughter, Mira Sorvino, is fucking hot. She could make a priest kick in a stained glass window. I feel terrible for this girl. I want to comfort her in her time of loss, but such is life. Fun fact about Paul Sorvino: he wanted to be he's a Brooklyn guy. He grew up in Bensonhurst, right? He went to opera school. I forgot what it's called, but it's an opera school. He has a beautiful operatic singing voice. Originally, that's what he wanted to do. He wanted to be an opera singer, but he had asthma, so that wasn't the best thing for him. So he went into acting instead. But yeah, he was a neighborhood guy. I mean, honestly, all the best people in the world come from like Bensonhurst and Gravesend. They're pretty much one and the same. So, I mean, it's like, how many we lose so far? 4? This is what, 5? I mean, what the fuck is happening? At this rate, they'll never be able to make another good Wise Guy movie. All the best Wise Guy actors come from New York and New Jersey. And you know why? Because we're fucking authentic. That's why. And look at that jerk-off that played Dickie Moltisanti in that piece of shit Sopranos movie. What the hell was it? Many Saints in Newark. This guy fucking sucked. His accent was going in and out. He was terrible. Wasn't authentic. Look at James Gandolfini, North Jersey guy. Paulie Walnuts, Brooklyn guy. Ray Liotta, North Jersey guy. Okay? Jimmy Kahn, Queens. He was from Astoria. You know what I'm saying? Joe Pesci, North Jersey to Bronx. Actually, he's from North Jersey. Okay? De Niro, which... me and De Niro on the outs. But he was he's a city guy. He's Hell's Kitchen. All the best, most iconic Wise Guy actors come from New York and New Jersey. This is becoming a fucking terrible thing. Fun fact, they changed the number to the suicide hotline this week. So, it had a regular, 1-800 number. So they changed it to, 999. Apparently, it was too difficult to dial a real number. People were just giving up and killing themselves. Now traffic is going to get fucking worse because now they're only going to dial 4 numbers. I've said this before, okay? If you really, really want to kill yourself, you're not calling the fucking suicide hotline for them to talk you out of it, okay? That's someone who just needs attention. Real fucking suicidees just do it. They pull the plug that you don't even know. They're perfectly fine, and then 1 minute you go, oh my God, so-and-so killed himself. I just saw him. He was in such a nice mood. You don't know. When they're calling the suicide hotline, they're not fucking going to kill themselves. You see, actually, the suicide hotline would be better off if they gave out suggestions and tips. I've said it before. I would make the greatest suicide hotline operator. Hi, I'm thinking of killing myself, yeah? All right, go ahead. What? You want some tips? Yeah, I got a couple suggestions. What do you got around the house? You got a belt? I mean, I would think that's what the suicide hotline would be for. I want to call them and ask them for suggestions. Suicide hotline, how may I help you? Yeah, I was thinking of killing myself. I just want to know which is the best. What method do you guys suggest? Should I cut vertically or horizontally? I mean, what would be better to hang myself with? A rope, a belt? Should I use a load-bearing wall? If I'm going to shoot myself, what caliber do you recommend? And at what angle should I hold the gun for maximum, murderization? What drugs do you suggest? I want to throw them up and waste money. I would think that's what they would do. But no. They're supposed to talk you out of it. Why? Mind your business. If somebody wants to kill themselves, that's their prerogative. Just saying. I mean, don't we have enough fucking people? I mean, for real. Seriously. I think that we should start doing that. Well, I was all excited last week because it was Shark Week. What a fucking disappointment. Shark Week was a fucking disaster this year. First of all, it seemed like it was all repeats. I don't really think any of it was new. They did away with Shark After Dark, which I don't understand why. First of all, Shark After Dark was like, they wrap up the episode. It was dumb, but it was entertaining at the same time. For Christ's sakes, they had William Shatner on it. They fucked it all up this year. There was not really any celebrities. You had like the Jackass crew, and you had what the hell those Impractical Jokers, but that's really it. Oh no, except for fucking The Rock, who was emceeing it. They had a couple of pre-recorded spots of The Rock somewhere in Maui. I get it. You're Hawaiian. You're Polynesian. I mean, enough with the fucking Mahalo bullshit, okay? Something lately? I can't stand this guy. He's fucking insufferable, all right? Shark Week would have been much better if they covered The Rock in chum and seal guts and then threw him into shark-infested waters after feeding the sharks 8 balls of cocaine for 2 days, okay? That would have been a lot more fun. See how tough you are then. Next year, my suggestion to the Discovery Channel for Shark Week is they should come to Long Island. Just do the East Coast. Just start in Cape Cod, and you end up here. You'll have plenty of fucking sharks. Trust me. It's not even Shark Week anymore. It's like Shark Summer. Okay? Seriously. Unbelievable. I mean, well, kids. Suicide, sharks, and Pat Benetar. Let's get at it. All right, so on another Biden blunder. Well, kids, welcome to an official recession. Yes, now let me just back this up a second. Everybody throws this word recession around, and I don't think many people know exactly what constitutes a recession. If you have 2 quarters of negative GDP growth, in the financial world, that equals a recession. That's what it is. That's what it's always been. And yesterday marked the end of the official second quarter where we have had negative GDP growth. So that means it's a recession. Biden says, I don't think that's a recession. I don't agree. But then again, he also thinks his pants are made out of fucking peppermints. So do what you want with that. But like I said, welcome to the fucking recession. Here we go, kids. Okay? It's all fucking downhill after this. All right, get your tickets out. We're about to hop onto that maniacal, magical express into mayhem and fuckery. The crazy train's about to leave the station. All aboard! Woo-hoo! First stop, Brooklyn. Okay, so, love this story. A bishop in Canarsie was robbed at gunpoint in the middle of a service. It's one of these, hallelujah churches, the head of the Leaders of Tomorrow International Ministries, Bishop Lamar Whitehead, was in the middle of a service that was also being live streamed. Apparently this guy live streams all of his services. When 3 masked and armed men burst in and robbed everyone and left in a white Mercedes, because that's the best kind of getaway car for armed robbery. Guaranteed these fucking idiots were from the neighborhood. I know what you're thinking. Well, did they get caught? No, they didn't get caught. You know why? Because cops aren't allowed to do their jobs. So Bishop Whitehead said that they robbed hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of jewelry from him and his wife. You heard me. Oh, I read the list of it was almost $1 million worth of fucking jewelry between 2 people. Who walks around with this much fucking bling? He was wearing a $75,000 Rolex. His wife was wearing like a $75,000 Cartier watch. They all had $20,000 worth of diamonds on each fucking hand. I mean, first of all, if you're a bishop or a pastor or whatever the fuck you want to call yourself, do you need all of this? Who walks around with a $75,000 Rolex? How does a bishop in Canarsie, Brooklyn, afford $1 million worth of jewelry? I mean, I can tell you how. It's not really complicated. They're fucking robbing their congregation because they prey on these people that love Jesus, and the Lord said you must give. Ooh, amen. Give, sister, give. Apparently, he's being sued because he basically stole some parishioners' life savings. I'm sure he's done that a few times, so that's how you end up. I don't feel bad for this fucking guy. He's a scumbag. He got robbed by 3 other scumbags. They're all fucking scumbags. You don't see the Pope walking around with a $75,000 Rolex. I mean, granted, he lives in a palace, but still. That's probably why he got robbed. He's live streaming all of this shit. These people are dumb. Just dumb. You're live streaming this shit. You're dripping in fucking ice. I mean, this wasn't a master caper. It was three morons in a fucking Mercedes that broke in and robbed you at gunpoint. I mean, that's probably how you got robbed. My guess is he probably had nothing insured, too. Because that's how these fucking assholes are. They spend all their money on the fucking bling. They're still living in a tenement building in fucking Canarsie or East New York. And they don't spend any money on fucking insurance. He's walking around in $900 Gucci suits and Fendi jackets and shit like that. Have a fun goal, please. Okay? All right, kids. Next stop, East Meadow. Well, Pat Benetar is supposed to be doing, who's I think a recent inductee into, or supposed to be inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, just as an aside. But she's supposed to be doing a concert in Eisenhower Park. I think it's a free concert. What day, I don't know. But she said that she refuses to perform one of her signature songs, Hit Me With Your Best Shot, because of all the gun violence. She said, and I quote, "You have to draw the line." Shut the fuck up, you got. Where was this line when you make tons of money off of this song, you fucking loser? Please. I mean, this woman's a fucking idiot. Just like any of these fucking idiotic liberal celebrities, they're fucking dumb. You have like 8 songs that are signature songs, and this one is the one that everybody wants to hear. You're not going to play it because of the gun violence. First of all, Hit Me With Your Best Shot has nothing to do with guns. It has to do with fucking. Okay? It's like a line. Hit me with your best shot. Give me your best line so that you could, like, put another notch on your fucking, on your bedpost. You fucking slob. Okay? That's what this is about. This is just fucking theatrical pandering to a bunch of other retards. Just like that fuckhead Springsteen. Now, listen, I like Springsteen's music. Always have. But I don't like him because he's a fucking liberal retard. And lately, I just want to just hit him with a fucking truck because he's so full of shit, it's not even funny. Okay? Yeah, I'm a working man from Jersey. My ass. Okay? He's promoting a tour right now. He's charging $4,000 a fucking ticket. Who's spending $4,000 a ticket? Who's got money for $4,000 a ticket? Meanwhile, he's licking Obama's ass cheeks every fucking day. He was so supportive of Joe Biden. He threatened to leave the country if Trump won. Get the fuck out of here. Take your guitar and your receding hairline and get the fuck out of here, you fucking Mama. I'm ashamed to say he's half Italian. Okay? Yes. Seriously, fucking jerk off. I can't stand these fucking celebrities anymore. I really can't. All right, next stop, upstate New York, Monroe County. So last week, Republican gubernatorial nominee, that's a fucking mouthful, Lee Zeldin, who is currently a U.S. congressman as well, was holding a rally upstate when some dumbass Hochul fan stormed the stage and threatened him with like this brass knuckle spike keychain. You see these, it's like a self-defense weapon. It's a keychain, and it looks like cat's ears. It's 2 little points. They usually give these to women, to fight off an attacker, like they could just blind them and then run away. Well, this guy thought he was an Avenger with this fucking thing, and as Zeldin's in the middle of talking, this guy storms the stage and holds it to his neck and goes, "You're done." Well, he was arrested. Big surprise. And he later admitted that he was drinking all day. And he often pleasures himself to pictures of Kathy Hochul and has wild sexual fantasies about her. He said he also thought Lee Zeldin was disrespecting veterans. Fucking guy was drunk out of his mind. He stumbles out of a bar, fucking 3 sheets in the wind. He sees some political rally going, has no idea what day of the week it is or what's going on, and just threatens to kill the guy to get off the fucking stage. That's an afternoon that's gone terribly wrong. Here's another intelligent Democratic voter for you. God help us. Next stop, Connecticut. Martha Stewart's pet peacocks got devoured by coyotes. God, that's what you get for having peacocks as a pet. Why the fuck can't you have a normal pet? Who keeps peacocks? Okay? So she apparently had 6 fucking peacocks. And they were savagely ripped apart by a pack of coyotes. I don't know why this delights me so much. Can you imagine? You come outside in the morning and feed your peacocks, and there's just pieces of peacock everywhere and blue feathers. Let's see you make a centerpiece out of that, Martha. Just save some of the peacock dust. Maybe Snoop can smoke it. All right, kids, your sports update. Let's talk about that Subway series, huh? I want to talk about the Subway series. It was a fucking travesty. Travesty, okay? Mets beat the Yankees 2 fucking games in a row. I know, I hate to admit it. There's some of you that are Mets fans that I love to rag on, and you're probably just doing a little happy dance right now. All I could say is the last time you guys won a World Series was 1986. But then again, I think the last time we won a World Series was 2000. So at this point, we're all in the same fucking boat. Here's my gripe with the Yankees. Now, you said they've had a really commanding lead in the American League. And they do. I think currently they're 5 games ahead of the Mets. So I think they got like 66 wins. But the problem with the Yankees is they haven't really played anybody good. When they do, they get their asses kicked. I mean, they struggled against fucking Boston. That's a last place team. They got their asses kicked by the Orioles last week. That's a fucking second to last place team. The Rays and the Blue Jays just fucking hammered the shit out of them. Texas hammers the shit out of them. So they haven't really played any, in my opinion, really good teams. Now, the Mets are a first place team, whether I want to admit that or not. And they came out of the gate good. And the problem here is this. The Mets have far better management in their dugout than the Yankees do. It's just a fact. I've said it before. Bucky's my guy, okay? They got a fucking moron, the Yankees, for a manager. He doesn't know how to manage I feel like a broken record. He doesn't know how to manage the bullpen. He don't know how to manage his starting rotation. His fucking hitting lineup is all over the fucking place. He's still trying to figure it out. 8 years later, we're still figuring it out. So I was utterly disgusted by this fucking Subway series. Utterly disgusted. Anyhow, Yankees play the Royals tonight at 7:05, Mets and Marlins at 6:40, and the Phillies versus the Pirates tonight at 7:05. I believe they're playing in Pittsburgh. NBA. So, back to our Kevin Durant saga. The Celtics might be a possible trade destination for Durant. They were talking about this week. I hope this does not happen. What the fuck? That would be a league disaster. Boston has got a fucking tough-ass team. They were this close this year, and I said it, they're scrappy. Okay? You add Durant to that? Celtics will be another fucking dynasty. At least 2 years. They'll win the championship at least 2 years straight. I hope this does not happen. First of all, I can't see them giving us anything worthwhile for that. So, that's just my 2 cents on that one. Okay, on what the fuck is that? We're going to talk about the Choco Taco. No, it's not another way of saying a black woman's vagina. Although, that wouldn't be a bad name for it. I mean, we call vaginas, the hairy taco or, the taco or whatever. So, I mean, Choco Taco doesn't sound bad. But the Choco Taco is a ice cream confection made by Klondike. It's basically an ice cream cone folded in half, filled with ice cream, and then dipped in chocolate and nuts. And apparently it's being discontinued by Klondike for whatever the reason. And all of the fat people in the world are suicidal because of this. I hear even big fat fabulous Wendy's so devastated that she refuses to leave the house or the bathroom. So, that's that. I myself have never had a Choco Taco. I don't know what the fuck it tastes like. I would imagine it tastes like an ice cream cone that's been dipped in chocolate. So, I don't see how this is such a fucking life-altering problem. Just get a chocolate ice cream cone, and dip it in chocolate. There you go. I think they have like King Cones or something like that that are like that. I don't know. People are way too obsessed with their desserts. First of all, Klondike bars suck. They're not. They used to be good when I was a kid. Now they're fucking terrible. So I don't buy any of that shit. Me, I like to get my ice cream money outside. If I want ice cream, I'll go to like Baskin Robbins or the gelato place or something like that, or Cold Stone. But this is all bullshit. Get out of here. Okay, on Right or Racist, I didn't put my glasses on. Women prefer doggy style over every other sexual position, per a 2015 millennial sex survey reported by Maxim.com. Well, that's racist. Doggy was actually second, okay, to missionary. Imagine? Fucking boring. Come on, girls. You know, you want to keep your man, you got to shake that ass a little bit, all right? You know, you got to show him what you're working with, girl. Wow, that's the one he just bends me over. All right, kids, your PSA. You know, this is going to be more of like a PSA for your everyday work habits. If you say you're gonna do one thing that I cannot stand, I cannot abide, is inconsistency. I have two fucking allergies. One is to stupidity, and two is to inconsistency. If you say you're gonna fucking do something, fucking do it. Okay? If you say you're gonna call someone, call them. If you say you're gonna email someone, email them. If they're gonna send some, say it. I fucking cannot stand when somebody is inconsistent. This is the type of shit that makes people homicidal. Okay, we're all at that edge right now. All right, you know what I mean? Like, look at the government, inconsistent. Everybody's inconsistent. So in your everyday life, whether it be personal relationships, business relationships, if you say you're gonna fucking do something, fucking do it. Don't jerk people around. It makes them violent. So then when they grab you and they start smashing your head against the fucking wall, don't say I didn't warn you. Anyway, kids, stay COVID-less, no mask, don't ask, haters can kiss my ass, and remember, who loves you, babe? It's been your Friday wrap-up, and I'll see you when I see you.